My name is Kristen Warren. I'm a jazz singer from Brevard County and the creative director and founder of Black Box Blackout. I come from a military family. We were stationed in Utah for 5 years. It took a while to find a Baptist church, but when we did, I ended up in class with one of the church members. The church member's mother heard me singing, invited me to join the choir of the church. They just kind of gave me my own song and threw me up there. To this day, I still remember the drive to the church, the day I had to sing my solo. And I was so nervous. And I got there, I did sing my part. The response from the church was so overwhelming. Even though it terrified me, I knew I wanted to do it again. And I knew that my fear was because it mattered to give a good performance. I think of that as kind of the beginning of the madness. So after Utah, we moved back to Florida, and my dad was stationed at Patrick Air Force Base. I immediately jumped into summer theater programs. The person who was directing those programs at the time was an incredible woman named Pam Harbaugh. She was amazing. She immediately kind of tapped into me, encouraged me. I knew then for sure that I just loved the stage. The stage was home. It was cool that somebody saw that in me and recognized that in me. That was kind of a second passion of mine. I spent a lot of years doing that. Okay, so then fast forward, graduate high school. One day on just a coincidental night, I was in a coffee shop and this gentleman walks in and he had just lost his singer. And we struck up conversation and I just kind of quietly mentioned that I do sing. And he says, well, do you sing jazz? And I only knew one jazz standard at the time, which was Summertime. Eventually, we worked up a repertoire and we started to play open mics around town. We got a residency at an art gallery called Imago. I played every Friday in downtown Melbourne from 9 to 2 a.m. and I had a curfew at 2:30. So I had to, at the last note, I had to like throw everything down and run down the stairs and drive home because my parents did not like me being out late. That was just kind of my introduction to that lifestyle, gigging and being out late among, other musicians. And it really was exciting, to kind of see that side of the world because I hadn't yet. That was new to me. So Black Box, it was an idea that I had sat on for a long time. And after playing so many shows out here, getting immersed in the arts scene in Brevard, it became clear that there was a lot of kind of hidden talent. I wanted to use the platform that I had to kind of shine light on other artists of color. Having a theater background, Black Box Theater is small, intimate theaters where you feel more immersed in the show. It's like you're not watching it, you're in it. And I love Black Box Theater. That's my favorite form of theater. And then Blackout, basically blacking out the calendar with as many events as possible. So Black Box Blackout. April year, I called Funky Dog Improv because I felt that was the ideal location. The owner answered the phone and he had never met me. And I said, hey, I really love your space and I would love to do a month-long series of events. And without hesitation, he said, okay. And I still can't believe it, but he was extremely supportive and a huge part of the reason why Black Box exists at all. I appreciate him a lot for that. Shout out to Aaron. So this was season 5, which is a huge milestone. You never know how the community might respond, and it was really surprising. So this year, we only had 5 events. The first few seasons, we had way too many events. I had 11 events in season 1. This is half of that, right? So this year, we had a porch party, which was at the historic Gleason House. We turned the front porch into a stage and had a concert during the day. It was really beautiful. We had Black Girl Art Gallery at Moonstruck Market. Shout out to Moonstruck Market. I love you guys. Just got a bunch of amazing Black women painters and just put their art everywhere and had some live painting that day and a DJ and, just kind of, some champagne and strawberries. And we had a Soul Train party at Pineapples. Soul Train, that was a really huge part of Black culture in the 70s and beyond. It kind of changed exposure for Black artists back then. It seemed to fit with Black Box because that's kind of what we're trying to do. So kind of paying homage to another platform that changed the trajectory of a lot of Black musicians' lives. We had a mystery dinner, and then we had a music review with basically all the greatest voices in Brevard, amazing singers and friends of mine that all came together and just sang the songs of the Black experience. A really powerful show. So what I've learned is it's about quality, not necessarily quantity. And we had 5 really quality productions this year. So I love food. If I wasn't a musician, I would probably be Anthony Bourdain and just traveling and eating. So every season I do something that celebrates food because I consider chefs to be artists. And we are actually in the location of where the Secret Supper Club was held. And we had Chef Jamie, who's an incredible local Black chef. He's running 3 restaurants right now. We kept the menu a mystery. We kept the location a mystery up until a week before. And then we revealed the location and there was live music. Chef Jamie did an amazing tasting menu. So we're actually hoping to bring back the Secret Supper Club like seasonally. I'm going to continue to do the seasons locally, but I do want to expand it. My dream is to have a chapter of Black Box in a few major cities because I'm interested to see what Black Box Atlanta would look like or Black Box New Orleans would look like. I really would love to see other people's iterations of celebrating the Black experience. I'm hoping to eventually establish different chapters of Black Box outside of Florida. That's the big vision. But in the short term, continuing the series locally, continuing to spotlight different artists. I make a point of every season being totally different. You know, there are certain things like I said, we always celebrate food or we always have theatrical element, but it's always different every season. New artists to spotlight, and I make a point of really doing my research and finding new people to give flowers to. Just going to continue to build it going forward, becoming a nonprofit. So hopefully that will open some new doors and help us to be able to give back to the community. It's not an uncommon quote, but it's something that when I heard it, it stuck with me, and it is what I feel drives me, and it is be the change you wish to see in the world. There are lots of things that I felt Brevard could use or ways in which we could improve. I realized, okay, I'm gonna have to do that. That's fine, and I love doing it. I love pouring into the community. I love creating experiences for people, giving spotlight and voice to other creatives. It makes our community better.